This chapter is about inventing in a huge time range, about predicting. The difference between inventing and predicting is just a time range. When we invent, we predict the future that is going to happen in the coming months or years. When we predict, we invent, we make a kind of brave prediction, brave invention. What is going to happen to a smartphone? What is going to happen to a chair? What is going to happen to a lecture in, let's say, in 10 years, in 20 years, or in 50 years? So instruments that could help you to predict are really in high demand. First of all, because of our natural curiosity. We are curious what is going to happen to us in 10 years, in 20 years, in 50 years. And the second reason is simply a kind of business reason. Because when a company wants to know whether it is time or whether it's a good moment to invest in certain concepts that hasn't been developed so far but promising, that is really necessary to have a kind of support for your, let's say, informative decision, whether it is time to open this new secret lab that will work on, let's say, flying smartphone or internet lecturing and so on and so on. Here is the part of the classical TRIZ that was introduced by Heinrich Altschuler more than 70 years ago. And this part is called Trends of Evolution of Engineering System. Altschuler studied, as he reported, 40,000 patents. And out of these 40,000 patents, he somehow distilled certain trends which any technical system is going to evolve. No matter what kind of system it is, it will follow certain trend of evolution. Altschuler figured out, supported by his followers, about 10 trends of technical system evolution. There are other sub-trends of those trends. For the sake of time, I don't want this course to disturb you too long time. I would like to focus only on 4 of them. Why the choice is just 4 out of 10? I would say these are, as far as I'm considered, the most interesting evolution trends and the most constructive. So I use them in my personal, not professional life, and hopefully you will use it too. So out of those 10 trends of technical system evolution, I would like to discuss with you the S-curve trend, the evolution of S-pattern of evolution of technical system. The second would be the trend of ideality increase. The third would be the trend of functionality increase. And the fourth would be the trend of dynamization, the trend of dynamicity increase. So these are 4 trends we are going to go through. A few speculations about the history of this concept, the concept of trend of technical system evolution. We could go as deep as magic crystal and other fortune-telling methods, but I would like to, let's say, to start from those methods that were supported somehow by logic, by philosophy, or by science in a way. And here I think dialectic rules and the Hegel laws of evolution, he recommended to consider anything, any product or any phenomenon in its development, to study the history and to try to predict the future. This work, for example, was somehow realized by the study of evolution of the rifle made by Friedrich Engels a bit later. So any study that considers a phenomenon or a product in its evolution, it's like in its like influence that it has on supersystem and subsystems, and being influenced by different driving forces of this of the whole environment, should be considered as evolution theory. For example, we can consider evolution cycles of Nikolai Kondratiev that could be also observed as a kind of interpolation technique. We could consider the approach to innovation cycles made by the father of innovation theory, Joseph Schumpeter, and Austrian School of Economics. So all this, let's say, logic, dialectics of studying a product in its evolution, studying a phenomena in its evolution, learning the history, and to study the existing product as a result of certain path. It is a spiritual background of trends of engineering system evolution formulated by Heinrich Altschuler.